focus of this session is plot.
The major events of a story are called the plot. Today, we'll look at the parts of a plot and examine the plot of The Lion King.
But first, we'll work on our warm-up ritual with Leonie.
Time for our warm-up. I think you're ready to learn more today. But first, let's review what we already know. Listen first, and then we'll repeat together. Ibambe nijalo bakiti ninga dinwa ninga pelewa kamala. Now together. Ibambe nijalo bakiti ninga dinwa ninga pelewa kamala. Moving on. Sia babona. Sia babona. Sia babona. Sia babona. Now try these two phrases together. Ninga pelelwa kamala sia babona. Ninga pelelwa kamala sia babona. In The Lion King Kids, this section of One by One is a call and response between two groups, so the phrases are close together. But for our warm-up, we will all sing it together. Let's try it again, sneaking a breath between Ninga Pelelwa and Gamanla, so we can sing the whole phrase. Ninga Pelelwa, Gamanla Siababona. Ninga Pelelwa, Gamanla Siababona. Good. Moving on. Geke Balunge. Geke Balunge. Geke Balunge. Geke balunge. One by one. One by one. Geke balunge. One by one. Geke balunge. One by one. Sizo koba. Sizo koba. The Q in koba is called a forward palatal click, where you use suction to bring the front of your tongue from the roof of your mouth down to the soft spot just behind your bottom front teeth. Let's experiment with it. Don't worry if you don't get it right away. It takes a lot of practice. Koba. Koba. Sizo, koba. Sizo, koba. One by one. One by one. Sizo, koba. One by one. Sizo, koba. One by one. That whole section is repeated twice, like so. Geke balunge, one by one. Sizo koba, one by one. Geke balunge, one by one. Sizo koba, one by one. Now together. Geke balunge, one by one. Sizo koba, one by one. Geke balunge, one by one. Sizo koba, one by one. Great. Let's sing it from the top. Ibambe nijalo bakiti ninga dinwa ninga pelewa kamala sibabona geke balunge one by one. Sisa koba one by one. Geke balunge one by one. Sisa koba one by one. Nice work. To tell a story that everyone can understand, the author needs to think about plot, the order of events that make up the story.
The plot helps build the conflict, the main problem of the story, and then reveals the resolution, how the problem is solved.
The events of the plot can be organized into the beginning, the middle, and the end.
In the beginning, you're introduced to the world of the play. This includes the setting, when and where the story takes place. We also meet the characters and find out about what they want and what is in their way.
As the characters start their adventure, we move on to the middle of the story. Our main character is faced with a problem, and the conflict builds.
As we head toward the end of the plot, we reach the climax, where the problem is very big and our main character must do something about it. Once the problem is solved, the resolution begins, and our play comes to an end.
Now, let's look at the major events of The Lion King with the images from the Broadway show. You'll hear the beginning, middle, and end of the story. See if you can identify conflict and resolution.
We begin with a great celebration. Rafiki calls all the animals of the Pride Lands to Pride Rock to meet the new Prince Simba.
The king, Mufasa, teaches young Simba about the circle of life and tells Simba he will become the new king.
Simba's jealous Uncle Scar plots to kill Mufasa during a stampede and then steal the throne.
After Mufasa's death, Simba feels responsible and runs away from the Pride Lands.
He meets Timon and Pumbaa, who teach him to think differently and not worry about the past.
Hakuna Matata.
Meanwhile, Scar struggles to rule the Pride Lands, which are drying up and dying, and Nala leaves to look for help.
Nala finds Simba in the jungle and challenges him to return home to face Scar.
Simba refuses, but then Rafiki reminds him about his father and his true place in the circle of life.
Simba returns home, makes Scar leave the Pride Lands, and takes his rightful place as king.
Were you able to identify all the parts of the plot?
Today, we learned about how a plot works and reviewed the plot of The Lion King.
Now, you'll identify and explore conflict and resolution in Lion King Kids. Have fun!